Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. Due to YouTube's changing quote-unquote community standards, I created a channel called Grumpy Old Fart over on Rumble, a free speech alternative to YouTube. You can see all of my stuff over there, including my political and social commentary, as well as my current events videos. The links to my YouTube and Rumble channels, as well as links to let you order my books, are in the description of this video. If you enjoy my content, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. I welcome your comments, even if you disagree with me. Now, on with the video. Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I started playing Dungeons and Dragons back in the 70s. I started running it in 1979. My family and I still play today. It's a wonderful, wonderful game. If you've not played, check it out. The version I play is Advanced Dungeons and Dragons First Edition. They're up to Edition 5 and D&D 1, I think they call it. I don't know. I don't know about that. All I know is that the later versions don't have the same flavor as the original Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. That's the kind I play. I enjoy it. I still run it with my family. So, I do videos on advice for dungeon masters, younger, less experienced dungeon masters. I had a friend ask me the other day how I do character training in my game. It's a very good question. And no, I'm not talking about paper or litter box training, although for some players that might not be a bad idea. Player characters, when they gain enough experience points, they reach the next level. They're supposed to find a non-player character of the same class, but of a higher level, to train them for their new level. I always found that weird because if you're in a remote area, spelunking a dungeon or out in a desert or whatever, it may be hard to find somebody of the same class. I'm just saying. So the character still earns experience at that level. He may surpass 2 or 3 levels and then have to go back to town and train like the Dickens for a year or more. I never liked the way they did training in Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. And I got to be honest, in my game, I never make the player characters undergo training unless it's for a specialized skill or for a skill that isn't directly related to their class. For example, a fighter who wants to gain weapon specialization, he has to find a master to teach them. A fighter can gain weapon proficiency. That's easy. You practice. Specialization is a whole different critter. Double specializing takes it to a new level. If you're a fighter and you're good with a sword and you know how to use a sword and you want to become specialized, you got to find a sword master to teach you. That's where training comes in. Learning a new language, for example, in the game. You can hang out with people of the same language for a year and learn the language that way, or you can find a tutor, somebody to train you in that language. Learning other skills like archaeology, first aid, brewing, construction, milliner work, fletching, that kind of thing. You have to learn those. Those are skills you have to pay to learn. I always felt that a player character who gains the experience for the next level has learned what he needs for that next level by on-the-job training. Now let me explain. A caveat to this is that I don't award experience points according to the book. I give experience based on participation, logical thinking, role-playing, and the obstacles or monsters overcome. The more they use their skills and play their character, the more experience they earn. Therefore, their on-the-job training makes up for not having to find a trainer and spend the time learning. Also, the amount of experience that I give is well below the amounts prescribed in the book. By the time they compile enough experience to reach the next level, trust me when I say they have earned it twice over. My reputation in the game is that any player character in my game who reached 10th level has bloody well earned it. And I don't mean that. I'm not English. I said bloody well because they fought for it. Okay? There was blood spilled getting that experience points. I had I had a friend, he was playing in somebody else's game, and he invited me over and, to play in this other guy's game, and that was cool. I don't have a problem with that. Another one of my players brought a character over, and I had never met this other dungeon master before. But my friend said, hey, he runs a good game, it's very similar to yours. Okay, great, no problem. So he went, I went, and another one of my players went. This other player had a character of the appropriate level already, and the other dungeon master asked him, okay, you have this other character already made? Let me see it. And he's looking at it, and he goes, well, okay, whose game did you play in? And he said, I played in Lynn's game. Oh, well, hell, that's okay. And I said, well, what do you mean? I'm not, I'm just a dungeon master. You should vet everybody, right? And he said, all around town, people say that if you've gained a certain level in your game, meaning my game, then they had earned it twice over. Because of the experience he gives and how difficult the game is, how challenging the game is, he earned it. So, any character that was generally played in my game up to whatever level could be transferred to anybody else's game, no questions asked, because they knew how I ran my games. Most people didn't play to that level. Most dungeon masters didn't require that level of play. But it was nice to know that I was well respected in the gaming community. If you want to use the training rules in the game, check out the Dungeon Master's Guide on page 86. Everything you need is there. It's very thorough. I don't use that, but that's just me. Okay? Again, in my game, I give out less experience, and anybody who gains the experience to go to the next level in my game has earned it. That's the way I see it. But I'm not telling you how to run your game. You run your game however you want. Do whatever works for you. Okay? I hope this finds everybody well, and I hope this information helps. You folks have a good day now. God bless one and all. We elect cookie-cutter politicians every single election cycle. Yes men who maintain the status quo and do just enough to make us believe the system still works. Imagine, if you will, a president who actually tries to fix things. If you like action, political intrigue, and a righteous crusade, check out my political thriller, The Righteous President.